Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are talking about Silent Hill: A Short Message. But before we get into it, guys, I'm Fossil21. I love playing games and I love making videos. So if you guys enjoy the content, be sure to drop us a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So Silent Hill is a series that I've personally never played before, and I've always really wanted to jump in, as survival horror is some of my favorite games. I love the Resident Evil games, I love the Dead Space games, so this is like right up my alley with the Silent Hill. So I was very eager to jump right into this one. Unfortunately, I was just not a big fan of this game whatsoever. And overall, I think it just does more wrong than it does right. The whole game took me about 2-ish hours to finish, with only 3 chapters, so it's a very short game. With me being stuck on like one particular part for like 30 or so minutes till I just gave up and looked it up out of frustration. Story-wise, you play as Anita, who is trapped in an abandoned building while searching for her friend, all while she's being pursued by this monster. The game handles some pretty heavy themes like bullying, abuse, and let's just say unalivement for YouTube purposes. And our main character goes through all of this, and how she evidently is not handling it very well. Most of the story, as well as the background, is told through Akita's cell phone, with text between her and her friends, as well as a few live-action memories. And I don't know what it was about the live-action memories, but I just thought that they were awful. I didn't like the live-action scenes, like, just at all. They just seemed really weird and really jarring to me. That and the writing just seemed really bad and blunt, at least to me. Especially with how much they seem to, like, fantasize unaliving. With everything with the 2 main characters, the whole building and that being a hotspot for that, and Akita's past with her mother. I don't know, it just seems like all doom and gloom, but not done very well or with a whole lot of purpose. Like, I understand that's kind of like the theme of it, but it's like when you watch like those movies that are like super gory for no other reason than just to be gory, like over the top. Like, if that makes sense. Like, it seems like they went with the whole unaliving thing over the top when I felt like they didn't really need to. As far as gameplay goes, there is no combat or weapons or anything like that. All you have is your cell phone to light up the way and light up these hallways. The game is super linear for the most part, just going from point A to point B, finding things to read on the ground, text, paintings, things like that. These are all the things that you would find and read to further the plot or give context to what's going on. One thing I will say is that I did really enjoy the atmosphere in the game, from the rundown foggy building to the rooms with all the sticky notes everywhere. Just everything looked really cool, and I did really enjoy that. The atmosphere was definitely horrifying and unsettling, so I really enjoyed the atmosphere aspect of the game. I also really enjoyed the monster. I thought it looked really cool, and it was just pretty dang terrifying the first time I saw it. Especially like the way it moved, it was very unsettling and scary. Also, I was a big fan of the sound design. I thought the music and everything was really well done. Whenever I encountered the monster, I kid you not, my anxiety went through the roof. The only downside is all of the monster encounters / chase sequences. Like I said, the monster itself looked cool. The atmosphere and game design, like just how it looked really cool. But it was probably the most frustrating parts of the whole game. As I mentioned earlier, you don't have any weapons or anything to defend yourself, so you just run away and try to find the right door. My issue here is that there's like 5 different paths, and there's only one correct one. And so it's kind of like a trial and error trying to find the right path. And the hard part is that all of the rooms look the same, all of the hallways look the same, and on top of that, you just have this giant monster that's chasing you throughout the entire hallways and whatnot. So unfortunately, I did accidentally go down the same path multiple times, only to find it be a dead end and turn around and see the monster literally right in my face. And as I mentioned, a lot of this was just trial and error during these parts to try to find the right path, except for the last chase sequence, which was by far the worst. It was much bigger than all the other ones. It took a lot longer to get through, but only this time you had to find like 5 different objects or pictures or whatever to unlock the door, which the game does not tell you. So I spent so long trying to figure it out till I just eventually just got so frustrated that I'm like, you know what? I'm either going to quit this game or I'm just going to look it up. So I looked it up and I was like, wow, seriously? Like, I found like a few things initially, but I didn't know that there was 5. And just like I mentioned earlier, everything looks the same. All the rooms look the same, all the hallways, so it's super easy to get lost, all while the monster is chasing you. Personally, that last monster encounter honestly was just more frustrating than it was fun. Like, the first couple times that the monster chases you, it was very like heart-pounding and intense. But after like the second or third scene where it's chasing you, it just gets really frustrating, especially just getting lost in the whole trial and error. I feel like it just takes way too long. Overall, I don't think I had a very good time with this game. Although I did like the monster and I did like the atmosphere, overall I think this game just does more wrong than it gets right. And that is why I'm going to give Silent Hill: A Short Message a 4 out of 10. I really do not recommend this game. I mean, it's free if you guys want to try it, but I feel like your time would be better spent just playing anything else, honestly. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the content. Be sure to leave us a like and consider subscribing to the page. Love to hear what you guys thought in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next video.